My next guest is C. Boyden Gray. He served as White House counsel under the first President Bush. Joining us now from Washington, C. Boyden Gray, former White House counsel.
And that guy should know. He used to be a White House counsel.
He says groups like Media Matters, which has openly stated that it's waging a war on this network and our sister network, Fox News Channel, has no right to be exempt from paying taxes. The vicious, and I mean vicious, far-left website Media Matters. Some American or a group has to file an objection with the IRS, formal objection, all right, that this agency, Media Matters, should not have tax-exempt status.
The website is called Media Matters, and its purpose to attack Fox News.
But get this, it's being subsidized by the federal government.
Are they in violation of that status?
Essentially, they're funded by the federal government, right? Somebody watching right now could contact the IRS and complain.
And do you think that the people who run this company could end up in jail?
How is Media Matters able to claim the tax-exempt status, and why is the federal government letting them get away with it?
Media Matters is one of the most blatantly partisan and overtly political operations in this country.
They're about narrow sectarian attacks.
The group Media Matters calls itself, quote, a not-for-profit progressive research and information center.
It's a propaganda outfit, and it has tax-free status, and taxpayers are funding their little bias.
They were supposed to help America.
Yeah, that was what they told the IRS.
It is a leftist organization. It's basically an arm of liberal fringe groups.
Well, it sounds like they're in a lot of peril. You look at the website, you can see it is all about politics.
Welcome back. Is Media Matters breaking the law?
We decided to put together a little primer on what is a charity and what is not a charity.
And now, hopefully, they'll stop.
The loser tax-exempt status.
Can they be charged with fraud? Because really they're spending an awful lot of time attacking Fox News Channel.
Isn't this something that the media should be looking at?
Media Matters declares this war on Fox. Well, now the Fox News viewers have declared a war on them.
They want to force people who do watch not to watch by putting this network out of business. That is censorship.
Chief antagonist David Brock initiating guerrilla tactics to battle the #1 news channel.
Their objective is to have less free speech.
You can sue?
Who have standing to challenge Media Matters' tax-exempt status.
Interesting.
Remember, the IRS is under the Obama administration. It's under a liberal president. What are the chances that they're actually going to take a look at Media Matters?
They don't need donations. They have a single backer in a $1 billionaire who has decided that he wants to try to destroy conservatism around the world.
Media Matters, the radical left-wing nonprofit group.
So is David Brock and Media Matters breaking the law?
Is Media Matters breaking the law, or can they get away with this?
Up next, we'll detail the outrageous amount of times they've gone after us while ignoring other networks.
All of their watchers drive up our ratings.
That's right.
Because they have thousands of people who they hire, apparently, to just watch us.
Our tax dollars, your tax dollars, are subsidizing Media Matters' liberal propaganda war against Fox News. But did you know you're funding this war?
You, the taxpayer, are subsidizing their attack on the Fox News Channel.
Taxpayer money to attack Fox News.
Media Matters. Taxpayer dollars are reportedly being used to subsidize the organization's liberal agenda.
There's no way that the taxpayers, including guys like me, ought to be paying for these guys to turn around and attack us.
Does Media Matters deserve taxpayer dollars in a sense? Perusing the New York Times, arguably the biggest and most successful paper in this country, I don't see a whole lot of coverage. In fact, there has been zero. Doesn't this deserve more coverage?
Where is the rest of the media? Nobody said a word.
And why has this story gotten so little media attention?
So who's the ringleader behind the organization?
Well, the founder is David Brock, notorious, known for viciously attacking public figures, lawmakers, and shoddy journalism. But wait until you hear about Mr. Brock's second in command.
Our fight has changed recently.
Really? That was Ari Rabin-Havit, Executive Vice President for the site.
I understand you've done a psychological profile of David Brock. What did you find?
This is somebody who seemingly has such low self-esteem, Steve, that he's lurching from one group to another. Whoever will embrace him and reassure him that he's a decent guy. He's full of self-hatred, which he then projects on the world around him. Very dangerous man, my friend.
Little profile of David Brock, the guy behind Media Matters.
So the IRS, I guess, is the agency that should revoke their status immediately, correct?
And the IRS ought to yank their exemption. And I hope that somebody will file a complaint.
Media Matters should not have tax-exempt status.
It's a clear violation. They should lose that status.
All right, Doc.
Someone should file an application or letter with them.
But is it up to the IRS now to take a second look?
I'm sure one of these days somebody's going to file something with the IRS to make sure that they get that revoked. If you want to file a complaint with the IRS against Media Matters because you feel they have gone political, go to that site and go ahead. Email the IRS.
And if you want to file a complaint about Media Matters with the IRS, go to foxnation.com.
If you'd like to, go to foxnation.com.
If you do have a complaint, you can file it in regard to Media Matters. Go to foxnation.com.
Go to foxnation.com.
There's a link on our foxnation.com website.
Send your complaint to the IRS.
Get right to the IRS. Let them know how you feel about it. This is in the hands of the viewers now. They can go to foxnation.com. There's a link to the IRS website, and they can start to make some noise.
David Brock, in a planning memo, he said this: Fox News is not a news organization. It is the de facto leader of the GOP.
Media Matters said, when we attack Fox News, that has nothing to do with criticizing the press. Fox News is the de facto leader of the Republican Party. Now, of course, this is not true. This is a fraudulent...
No, it's not true.